What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this video clip that has gone viral. Everybody's been sending me this, and I decided to make a video, but I needed to calm down a bit before I made the video because I probably would have said a lot of things in regards to Brittany Renner because I feel like her and her ignorant mother made this situation worse than it needed to be. I truly believe that. PJ Washington is picking up the child. There didn't need to be any arguments. It didn't need to be that. It did not need to go to that level. Now, it looked like they picked up the child from her mother's house. Now, there was another gentleman there. I don't know if that's the mother's boyfriend or husband. I don't know. So why her mother was recording, I don't know. But this does not make Brittany Renner look good at all. Doesn't make her mother look good. Her mother's looks like she's getting into PJ Washington's face. I mean, stay in your lane, heifer. Okay. Now we see where she gets it from. Her attitude, the reason why she's lonely and she doesn't have anybody. She pretended to be a Muslim woman in order to change her image. It hasn't worked, so she's walking around in a big old goofy afro wig that she takes off when she exercises. This is a very lost human being. And you see it with this video, this custody exchange. Why are you getting into an argument with them? In a portion of the video, she mentions money. Apparently, the child only has $11,000 in their account. So he's a bad father because there was only $11,000 in the child's account. How much y'all want to bet that money ain't there? Because she's spending it. I told y'all that this heifer was a predator. She preyed upon this young man while he was in college. Soon as he left Kentucky, all of a sudden in a relationship, then boom, she's pregnant, has a child. That relationship faded because he didn't want to be with her. So he leaves her and starts dating another woman. And that is why she's truly upset. She's truly upset because of this. Because he ended up getting with this woman and marrying her. And Brittany Renner has been spiraling ever since. Spiraling. And her mother is not making it any better. I have said over and over again, be careful of who you impregnate, but we have to look at the fact that PJ Washington was a young man in his early 20s when he got with Brittany Renner, a woman who was close to 30. She knew better. She knew better. So I can give him the benefit of the doubt. I can't give her the benefit of the doubt. This woman had already wrote a book about her groupie escapades before she got with PJ Washington. So she knew better. She made a fool of herself. Her mother made a fool of herself. And this is why, again, I say this a lot. The red pill philosophy changes lives. Even though that philosophy has been bastardized by people who misuse it, and you got people who attack it because they feel like it's a symbol of men, quote unquote, hating women or not choosing to live their lives at the service of women. The red pill philosophy helps. It helps men. It has helped men. As long as men are listening to the right people. But in PJ Washington's case, he's vindicated by leaving her and not going back. And I think that, again, she tried the whole be a fake Muslim in order to get attention. But I want y'all to understand something about this person. This person is a parasite. They like to prey upon whoever they can in order to try to soak up their energy and money. Here you have a woman who, instead of having a normal custody exchange, her goofy mother is recording it and trying to get into an argument with this young man. It's a bad look for both of them. PJ Washington just wanted to get his child and leave. He didn't want to get into an altercation with these two goofy heifers. But this is where we are. And this is why I tell y'all, Brittany Renner's the problem. And when she tries to play victim, she can't even do that right. Because I'm sure she was going to try to use the situation to say it's his fault. Now, I've told you, brothers, about these white women that mainly date black men or have biracial children. They just as dysfunctional as black women are. Do not deal with these white women that only deal with black men, because I'm telling you right now, these are some goofy, trifling heifers who have taken in the energy of the black woman. What was this woman thinking walking up on PJ Washington and recording him, talking crazy to him? I mean, it's insane. They were trying to bait him into doing something. They were trying to bait him. And again, his wife is with him. Maybe that's what caused a lot of the tension. He rolled his window down because they're yelling. Brittany's yelling. Her mother's yelling. Then his wife yells at them. And then Brittany looks like she was going to run over to that girl's side of the car to fight her. They want her to come out so they can jump her. These are the goofies we're talking about. This is why Brittany Renner can't have a functional relationship with a man. Look at her mother. And I've said this, man. You know, age does not mean maturity, because this is one immature, goofy heifer who thought that because her life is so boring, that she decides that she wants to get in on the action. Just absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. Now, I'm going to see if I can play some of this video. Now, I've had issues with copyright. And if I have it again this time, I'm going to clip this out. So here we go.
So every time that he does this, I'm going to record this. Because that's not okay. I'm just letting you know. No, the thing is, this is the third time he's done it. This is the third time he's done it.
So listen, you're trying to tell me that children, listen, whenever there's you have a broken home, right? You have a mother and father who's no longer together. Of course, if the child is with the mother most of the time, of course the child is going to cry when they leave. I'm not saying that this is normal, but that's what children do. This like when you take a children to daycare or to a relative's home, like the grandmother, the child may cry. But I don't think that, like, she's trying to insinuate that he's doing something to the child, because that's what she's insinuating.
He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show up and do something then with him. Because he does this every time. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't because anybody babies him. You gonna give him his bag and stuff?
That's terrible. 3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks? How old is the child? They act like Brittany just had the child a couple of months ago. The child is with her most of the time. PJ Washington is a NBA player. I'm pretty sure that she makes it very difficult for him to see the child, and he sees the child whenever he can. I don't think he hates his child. That's why he's taking the child with him. He doesn't hate his child. The child is just with his mother most of the time. Let's do some of this.
It's up with me. Just know that it's up.
What'd you say? What'd you say? I didn't hear you say it again.
Suck my dick.
If you had one. What the fuck you looking at? Get your bitch ass out my drop. Like, ho.
You don't pay for shit.
Fuck you. You don't pay for shit either. $170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000.
Do y'all hear that? That's her mother talking. Her mother sounds like she's Brittany's sister, not her mother. I can't even play this because of the filth that is coming out of these selfish mouths. It ain't about the child crying. It has nothing to do with the child crying. It has everything to do with the fact that these women don't like the fact that he moved on to another woman. That's what it's about. That's what about. They're talking about money, not him having they don't care about that. Because I know people are going to say, well, Jane, they're talking about the fact that he doesn't have the child. No, they're upset about the fact that he gives money to his wife. I don't know how they would know that, but they're upset about money because it's always about money.
Dollars in your son's bank account. $11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170.
Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. I just had an epiphany. Has $11,000 in his bank account that is as young as their child is. Has $11,000 in his account, and that's terrible. He should have more money even though he can't spend it. The child can't even spend the money. He got $11,000 in his account, but that's bad. He should have more money in his account. Do y'all not see how crazy and insane these people are? Look at that, trying to fight. They don't care nothing about that child. It's not about the child. It's about money. It's about the fact that he's married to another woman. Look at that, look at that. Like, don't you got something to do? Don't you got some cooking to do, some cleaning to do? Shouldn't you be with a man instead of all up in your daughter's business? But this isn't abnormal. This is what these mothers of these grown children do. They get involved in their children's business. Instead of her being a mother, she's all up in her daughter's business because she ain't got nothing else going on. This is what I'm telling y'all when in regards to these people. You got with him. How do you expect a 20-something-year-old to have it all figured out? The custody, the money situation, the family politics, the dynamic of that. How do you expect that, heifer? You basically got with him when he was in college. Announced a relationship his rookie year in the NBA. Then boom, you're pregnant, you have a child. I thought it was about the custody of the child. See, this was their plan, right? She needed to do something to get him riled up, because that was her thing, was she wanted to get him riled up. Because ultimately, he brought his wife with him, and they didn't like that. He doesn't want to be with you, Brittany. That ship has sailed. You need to move on with your life, but you can't do that. Because every time you see things like this, you are in your feels. And no matter what you do, Brittany, you cannot fix that hole in your soul. PJ Washington was a very young man when you got with him, Brittany. He was barely in his 20s when you got with him. He's a young man that's trying to figure out himself as a man, as a father, now married, as a husband. And here you go, making this situation about money, talking about what he's spending on his wife. I thought it was about the child comfortability and about the child crying because they didn't want to go. But that's not what it's about. What it's about ultimately is about money and what he's doing with his money that he makes. Because he never married you. Because he knew, even at his young age, he knew you weren't marriage material. He knew this. And that has gotten you angry. You're bitter. And you decide that you and your mother was going to record this interaction and post it online, thinking that you were going to get some points for this. Y'all talking about fighting this girl. You're creating a hostile environment for your child. See, that's what Brittany Renner and her mother don't understand, is that you're creating a hostile environment for that child. That child has to go back home with them. And you're creating a hostile environment for that child due to your own ego. And the fact that you want to be his wife. You want to be his wife. But you're not. And that's why you and your mother tried. You felt like you were going to entrap him and get him to do something stupid. Like why is your mother getting in his face? Why is that? Why is your mother getting in his face? What was your mother going to do? Was your mother going to put hands on him? This is what I'm talking about. This is why people say what they say about you, Brittany. You probably done spent that child's money up and you want more, because that child can't spend the money. That child doesn't have access to that account. You and your mother do. And I guarantee you, if PJ Washington and his lawyers go after her accounts to see where the money is going, that would be a real conversation right there. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on that video. Share it. Follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram. Check out all those videos on the channel. I'll see y'all next one.